Peace, God bless, what's up, boom.
Uy!
Peace, uy.
Ang ginagawa mo dito?
If you want to be a millionaire, you ask a millionaire. If you want to learn how to make bread, you ask a baker. If you want to know how to be a YouTuber in the Philippines, a sneaker YouTuber at that, you ask the biggest sneaker YouTuber in the country. With me today is a man who really doesn't need any introduction. You know, he's the godfather. Has anybody called you the godfather of sneaker YouTube?
No, I give that honor to DJ Big Boy Cheng. The Mafia King and godfather of sneaker.
Of course. I'll think of another nickname. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carlo Ople.
What's up, guys? Thanks for being here, man. I hope you like the space.
I love the space. You know, you watch Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
I watch Casey Neistat. Who doesn't, right? You know how when he has guests over and the guest would be like,
Wow, this is the studio. This is
am I really here? That's me right now, guys. That's me. This is my episode. Don't get confused, but this is Carlo's place, obviously. So, in this episode, we're gonna talk about how to be a Pinoy sneaker YouTuber. All right, and let's face it, when we want to start something, you know, sometimes we need a model to emulate, and the hope of this episode is that we can be those two guys for you, right? And
Awesome.
Who better to learn from than Carlo and myself?
Okay naman yun, di ba?
Yeah. So the biggest sneaker YouTuber in the country and an up-and-coming guy, you know. You might know me. All of my subscribers are your subscribers, that's for sure.
Well, they'll know you more na.
Hopefully. And what this episode is gonna give me is knowledge, and we're gonna attempt to transfer this knowledge to you guys. All right. So this is not gonna be your typical step-by-step how to YouTube video. This is a conversation. And this big conversation, don't worry, this big conversation will be segmented into smaller pockets, so the information is more digestible. We want it to be as organic and as honest and as laid back as possible.
Sounds good.
All right? Sounds good. So, how long have you been doing YouTube, Carlo?
Well, I started creating content, not just YouTube, but writing for blogs. You know, your typical websites, way back in 2003. So I've been a content creator for the longest time. So it's always been my side hustle to create content.
I see.
So in 2003 to 2000, I think it was until 2010, I was doing blogs. And then 2011, I put up like a tech blog, which is called unbox.ph. That turned out to be like a really big business for me. Fast forward like 3, 4, 5 years later, I put up a YouTube channel, but it was really mostly tech. Because it was in support of the channel, of the blog that I had. I only started doing sneakers, actually. Sneaker YouTube, like 14 months ago. So, it's a little over a year.
You've had the background, you've had the framework and the backbone, so YouTube was kind of a natural progression. It was inevitable, right? It was a spillover of your talent and your know-how and working with media already. Is that a safe assumption?
Yes, definitely, because my day job is really digital marketing.
Nasa linya.
So it's,
this is mixed language, by the way. So yeah.
So most of the stuff that I get to apply on YouTube are the things that I've already learned or practiced in my day job. So it's a nice thing. Your day job kind of feeds off your side hustle. Your side hustle kind of feeds off your day job. But for example, when people take a look at YouTube, they take a look at it from the perspective na gagawa lang ako ng video tapos balang araw sisikat ako or baka kumita ako. Ako, when I take a look at YouTube, it's very from the lens of a digital marketer. So for example, alam ko YouTube is a search engine.
Right.
So I should be creating content that people will search for.
I believe it's the second largest next to Google.
Yes. So with that in mind, you have to do the research on how you rank well on YouTube. So I go down into the details of ano ba dapat yung title, ano ba dapat yung tags, ano ba dapat yung what can get people to click, ano ba yung hinahanap ng YouTube so that they recommend you more. Apparently it's watch time. So those are the things that I really dive into because that's the training that I have like as a digital marketing person.
Awesome.
So it's not just I want to create content, I'll put it on YouTube. It's really nerding out and geeking out on the science behind the platform.
Amazing.
So if there's any secret to success, at least from my experience in the last 14 months, for the growth that I've had, it's applying that framework na parang this is a digital marketing thing. So I really obsess about all the little details, the YouTube analytics,
Right.
all of that stuff. So for example, here's one good example. They say kasi watch time is the most important thing. So if people watch longer, sabihin natin, you can see that, diba? Usually it's just, I don't know, like 4 minutes, 3 minutes. So if you want it,
you get favored by the algorithm if you get more watch time. That concept.
Yeah. So ang ginagawa ko, for example, I see that my average watch time is like 4 or 5 minutes. So on the 4th or 5th minute, I'll actually pause and say, guys, at the end of the video, there's an announcement of a giveaway. Or guys, please keep watching.
You drop a hook.
Yeah, and then you see you see that next video, the watch time actually go up, and up. So it's that kind of approach to YouTube that I try to employ.
Awesome. That's just the intro, guys.
Oo nga, no, intro pa lang yun.
Oh yeah. We get to pick his brain, so we're very fortunate. All right. So if you're ready, we're ready. We're gonna break it down into segments, into the gear and everything else. All right. Any YouTuber must have the gear, so we're gonna start with the obvious gear. Let's start with you, Carlo. What are your essentials? What are your daily drivers? What are your prized possessions here?
Well, it's not really priced because it's not that expensive. So usually YouTubers have like really expensive cameras. I just have like a Canon M6 with a wide lens on it. So this one is the main camera that I probably shot 700 videos on.
Amazing.
So,
Wow.
More than 700 videos produced by this camera, and it's still going strong.
This is my camera, by the way. If you're not used to this background and this picture quality, I don't know how my picture quality is compared
It
to
should
yours.
be okay because it's the same.
This
It's
is
better than this one.
It's a Lumix G7, by the way, with a regular 14 to 55 lens. Carlo has a wide lens. What's the range of your lens?
I have 10 to 18.
10 to 18. That's
Yeah.
very good. Canon M6.
So this one is like the main camera that I usually just hook up to this one. I have a shooting camera when I'm outside. It's like a Sony Handycam. What's the name of this one? It's a Sony like FDR AXP55. Now this one kasi it's nice because it already has like a grip. It has already the shotgun mic.
Did the grip? It also works as a stand,
Tripod,
a tripod.
yeah.
Did it come with the camera?
Well, when I got it, yeah. But I think you have to buy it separately.
I see.
Now, the great thing about this particular one when you're shooting outside is that the lens has a built-in gimbal. So if you want to do like, you know, really nice B-roll without bringing all the equipment like a slider and a 3-axis like mobile gimbal, it works really well. And if I'm with my wife and she wants, I need her to shoot, this is the one that she just uses as well.
Awesome.
So those are like the two main cameras that I have. But this one really talaga grabe. More than 700 videos on this one. I think sobra na yung ROI ko sa sa camera na to. Sobrang panalo.
Sulit. And what do you put that on? Do you use a Joby? What's your tripod of choice?
Well, this crappy tripod that I have right here. It's
that
not even branded. I just bought it from Green Hills. So kasi I think that's one of the main thoughts.
Kailangan mahal, kailangan
hindi naman
branded.
It doesn't have to be.
It just has to work.
Oh, parang before this one, I was just shooting on an iPhone. So actually, I'm trying to figure out now how to do IG stories, IGTV. Kasi, di ba?
Oh yeah, yung may keep watching dun sa... Oh, tama ba ako? I'm not an IG expert.
I'm trying to figure out kasi how to expand to different platforms and not just YouTube.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Nakakaaliw yung how you need to hack like the stuff that you have to be able to produce the content that you want to produce.
Yep.
So even lastly pala, so microphone, I just used like a cheap Boya 800 peso lapel mic. To those who've seen my videos na dalawa kami medyo weird lang tingnan na gumaganyan-ganyan. Pero hey, the videos still make like 50,000 views. So
Absolutely.
so it's more the message than I think it is the actual gear.
Right. And speaking of audio, so there's an 800 peso mic, no? Importante kahit mura is may audio quality ka sa video mo. You can have the best resolution, naka 4K ka, but if your audio is crappy, they're gonna tune out on the 10th second or the 20th second, right? But it doesn't have to be an expensive microphone. Get something that works. So yun naman ang point eh. As you get bigger, as you get the budget, diba? Are you against upgrading gear? Yeah, you gotta get the better equipment as you get bigger because more people will watch you and you want to give back a little more. Like, bibili ka na ng drone, bibili ka na ng wide lens.
It depends on what your style is eh.
Iba-iba pa rin.
And it will evolve as your style evolves. So for example, ako, I really enjoy just sitting down and talking. I mean, that's my preferred style of vlogging. It's not the walking around showing people, hey, this is my life. Hey, this is what I'm doing right now. Kasi I only do that when I travel. And even when I travel, it's me wanting to show them like where to shop, not just showing off my life. Diba? So with that said, parang ako, I'm happy with the gear that I have. If there's anything new that needs to be bought, it's more of expanding it into a different platform like IGTV nga. So kanyari, yesterday, here's something nice. I bought like a tripod with like 2 hands na may ilaw, tas may phone holder sa gitna. So it's really built for IG stories.
The Joby...
I don't know what brand it is. I just bought it. Parang Elevation.
There's a Joby that looks like this. If that thing were a person, there's a Joby that looks
parang
like
ganon.
this.
Pero malaki siya. It's like a big tripod na. Tas may dalawang ilaw na nakadikit ng ganon. So I was testing it out yesterday in the store. So yeah, expect more IGTV content.
That one. I commented on that story.
So nagulat nga ako may 11,000 views.
Oh yeah.
May nanonood pala sa IG.
You know what my comment was? So the storekeeper asked you to test the product, right? Sir, test the product. And I go, Carlo, hold my beer.
O nga, nagulat sila lahat eh.
Full test no? Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought it. I ended up buying it. They gave me a small discount. So sulit naman, sulit. Henry's Professional from Podium.
That's the one. That's the one. Okay, so the gear, get it done. You gotta have gear. It doesn't have to be expensive, but you have to have the gear. A working camera, a phone will work. If you can buy a mic, get a mic. This is my equipment, by the way. This is an Audio Technica. They set me back by at least 10,000 pesos.
What?
Yes,
For a mic?
It came with the camera. It's a bundle.
Okay.
But you know, man, I'm gonna use this forever.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. You need a mic. You need a tripod. Hindi kailangan mahal. And as a sneaker YouTuber, let's get specific. You'll need a small camera. What do you use for B-roll or for on-hand shots na aminin natin minsan pasekreto? We'll get to that later on. How do we shoot na covert operation style? Because some shops are uncomfortable. Hindi bawal, but some of them are uncomfortable with people filming.
Yeah.
Okay, but I use my phone. It's a Samsung Note 8, and I love it. I'm an Android guy. I know you're an Apple guy.
I'm shifting na. So I bought like a Huawei P30 Pro. Tapos I bought like the Huawei MateBook, and I bought like a Huawei smartwatch. Para ako masyadong Huawei. But yeah, I'm trying to shift away from Apple.
Gumagawa na ng mga ecosystem ang mga companies.
Nakakatuwa siya.
Yeah, but Huawei is fundamentally Android, right?
Yeah.
Nandun pa rin yung flexibility.
Yeah, so okay naman siya.
Nice.
So for the camera that I use na smaller, when it's in stores, usually my phone. So it's either an iPhone XS Max. I have it here. This is the iPhone XS Max, or I use the Huawei P30 Pro. So yun usually, but here's a house. If I want to do like B-roll and stuff, usually this one. I usually keep the Canon M6 always there. I never try to move it.
Yeah.
So if I need to pick up and shoot something, usually it's this one. But again, it doesn't really matter what you use. If you guys just want to use your phone, then use your phone. Whatever gets the job done. I'll give you a good example. Si DJ Big Boy Cheng, up to this day, the only thing that he uses to shoot is an iPhone.
Even his
everything,
his dialogue shots.
All of his shots are shot on an iPhone without a microphone. As I guess sometimes the audio is not that good, but the content is what carries it.
Right.
So instead of spending too much time, I think on the gear, while it is important, the most important thing is what you want to say and
Ikaw
the message. Diba? Yun talaga yung nagbebenta Kasi ang dami naman sobrang magagandang quality ng mga YouTubers out there, pero they don't have necessarily the views nor the subscribers. It really boils down to ano yung kwento mo, what is your message, and how can you connect to the people that are watching you.
I'm a believer in that philosophy.
Yung nakakatulong na alam mo hindi pinag-uusapan sa gear is your editing machine.
Oh, we were gonna get to that, and I'm glad we're gonna cover that because people don't talk about it. Speaking of editing, if you want to start a YouTube channel and you're not doing it, ang guess ko a big part of it is that hindi ako marunong mag-edit
Marunong sila mag-shoot.
Maraming magaling artistic and everything, pero takot mag-edit dahil hindi marunong. When I started, I thought of editing as the easy part. O sige, I'm gonna do YouTube, And sabi ko, hindi ako marunong mag-edit. But I said, okay, that's the easy part. I'm gonna worry about other things. Akala ko, everything's on the internet. Let's talk about your editing machine. What is it exactly that you wanted to discuss?
I have a MacBook Pro. So this is what I invested on. So when I said I will buy a relatively not so expensive camera, but I will invest heavily on a nice computer. Kasi yung style ko kasi is I shoot and release videos every day. So if it renders slow, then it's kind of pointless, diba? So this one is, I think, the MacBook Pro with a touch bar na 13-inch model of last year. Sold for a little over 100,000 pesos. So dito talaga ako nag-invest. Now, the great thing about this one is ang dali na mag-edit kasi I just use iMovie. It's a free software. I don't even use like the fancy Final Cut Pro.
Hindi kailangan.
I just use the free software that comes with the Mac.
It's what came with the...
and it's easy to use. Salpak mo lang yung clips that you wanna do. So it's not complicated to use. So yun
did you have to study in a way? Did you have to go to tutorial videos?
No, it's very intuitive. iMovie. As in, cut, paste, put audio. Ayun talaga yun yung gusto ko sa Apple naman. It's so easy to use. So even if I'm going to shift to like Android and Google, I still probably will edit on a MacBook Pro. So yun, if there's anything I would invest more on, even in the future, it would really be the editing machine. The camera, I'm okay with, to be honest. So it's really the editing machine that matters the most to me.
I use a Lenovo 320S. I'm a Microsoft, Android, general Google guy. So that's my comfort level. Nag-start ako sa Windows Movie Maker, simple lang. Then,
yun, parang iMovie.
Ganun lang yun, very simple. Pero I had to, ang daling aralin, but if you want to learn more and to get better, mag-YouTube ka ng mga how to edit using a certain software. And ngayon, ang editing software ko is the free DaVinci Resolve 15. Okay? I could go with other editing softwares, but it's become my
go-to.
I'm comfortable with it, and I'm not gonna fix something that isn't broken naman. So I'm thinking it's working, so I'll stick with it. Don't be afraid to edit. It's easy to learn. Okay, so much talk about the gear. It's important, it's undeniable, but it doesn't have to be expensive, okay? Let's go to the vlog sequence. This is important because this somehow reveals your identity. This establishes you as a YouTuber, as a communicator, right? So let's talk about your vlog sequence, your intro, your middle, and your closing, and your pa-promo, and everything else.
Pa-promo.
Kailangan.
Non-stop yun, lahat ng videos ko. Subscribe and win a chance to whatever.
So what's the philosophy, what's the framework of your vlog sequence?
Okay, so one thing that a lot of people don't know is that I've been a public speaker for well over 10 years. I've probably given like over 1,000 talks on digital marketing, business transformation, personal branding, stuff like that. So that's where I get the skills to talk like dire-diretso on a camera without a script. So I usually don't do scripts. So my style is very simple. I think of, and this is the same format that I have for my talks. The format is what is the main thesis and what are 3 supporting points for the thesis. And that's it. Every single video, that's been the style. Kasi it's easy to remember. You don't need scripts. You don't need anything else. You just have to know what you're talking about. So for example, if I'm doing a shoe review, usually the people, who would do reviews on sneakers would talk about the upper, they'll go over every single feature of the shoe. Lately, well, ever since, I tend to not go over every single thing anymore. I go take a look at the shoe. What is the main thing I want to say about this one? So it can be, for example, the casual version of the Epic Flyknit. I think that's the main thesis. Why is it the casual version? Because it's a little bit looser, because there are no laces, because the React is a little bit thicker compared. So you get the point? So that's how I usually do the content now. It's more digestible, it's easier to understand, and at the same time, you get straight to the point. Kasi the problem with a lot of YouTube content is that they go over all the details as if they were text specifications. If you go that way, sometimes people tune out. And I saw that based on my analytics, because when I was doing that, when I was going every single detail, I saw that in the YouTube analytics, that was the point that people would stop watching. So the idea was, okay, how do I make it snappier? How do I make it more concise? And at the same time, how do I make it so that every second that they watch is something that will continuously make them want to watch? So yun yung style ko now. Well, ever since naman actually. So one main point, one main thesis, 3 supporting points.
Perfect.
Now, in terms of how I structure that in the vlog, I just have bookends. An intro with the call to action for people to subscribe, usually with the promo, and then a signature ending na yung blah, 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 boom, parang gano'n. Yun na yun. That's the usual style.
So guys, if you're an up-and-coming YouTuber, if you want to start, there's a beginning, middle, and end, and Carlo's an expert already. He has his style, but take note of what he just said, alright? Very important points. So the next category is swim lanes. So simple lang, no? The divisions, the lines. So sneaker YouTube, my sneaker shoppers, my sneaker reviewers, my basketball players, my pure running lang. Marami eh. And you are a little bit of everything, same as me. Should you focus on a particular swim lane or just do sneakers in general? I do sneaker commentaries, I do sneaker shopping, and we both do that. A lot of other sneaker YouTubers do that. And I guess it's a safe way to go. It's a safe way to start, as long as it's sneakers, right?
Ako, whatever you're comfortable at and whatever you have experience on. So you really can't make it if, di ba usually people say fake it till you make it. Ako, I don't agree with that eh. Kasi ako, it has to be authentically you, and it has to come from a point of expertise.
Exactly.
So for example, you rarely see me do basketball shoes. Why? Because I don't play basketball. So, well, I used to play basketball when I was a kid, up until I busted I have a fully torn ACL. So, long story. So, yung point ko, hindi
Kanan, kaliwa.
Kaliwa. So hindi talaga ako nagba-basketball. Alam mo before, pero tsaka ako nagba-basketball ako dati, kung ano-anong sapatos lang gamit namin noon eh. So ang shoes for me is more of style and comfort. And well, every now and then the gym, but it's not like a basketball channel. So that's why you rarely see basketball shoes on my channel.
Kaya yung sneaker shopping videos mo, athleisure, di ba?
Yeah, usually
You're not-
Commonwealth,
Right.
bihira sa Titan. That and mabait kasi si Commonwealth tsaka si Soul Academy. They always reach out. Si Titan di ako pinapansin eh. So syempre, doon ka sa pinapansin ka, di ba? Doon ako kay Commonwealth tsaka kay Soul Academy.
Yung mga binanggit mo, walang pumapansin sa akin.
Ako bahala sa'yo, Pards. Ako bahala sa'yo.
Insert the laugh track. Insert the laugh track.
Mabait sila. Mabait yung Soul Academy tsaka Commonwealth. Pero yun by the way, hindi yun automatic na nag-YouTube ako, pinansin nila ako. Kaya nila ako pinansin is because I've been one of their biggest customers. Siyempre, I need to buy shoes to review eh. Kaya ba ako bibili sa kanila?
Yep.
So, here's a funny story. There's one time, one sneaker store, I won't mention naman which one, invited me to...
It rhymes with...
Basta secret, invited me to a launch of their new branch.
Yeah.
Because their new branch would have like a lot of hype shoes na people can line up for and buy the next day. Parang surprise. So there were Yeezy, so yan, may tip na daw kung sino yan. Tapos I was invited the day before. So I was thinking, they invited me because I was a YouTuber. Kasi ako lang nandun eh. So I could shop by myself. Apparently, hindi. Apparently, I was like their number one customer.
Okay.
So, naging by the way lang yung, by the way, YouTuber ka. So, it's not just because you're a YouTuber that you get like, I don't know, like privileges.
Right.
So, siguro I kinda earned my, I don't know, my relationship with those stores.
Right. Ayun, gold member, kumbaga, no?
Parang VIP.
So whatever swim lane you choose, sneaker shopping, sneaker reviews, performance reviews, just choose your truth because yung comfort mo dun lalabas eh. Yung sinabi mo, Carlo, about fake it till you make it. Bakit? Sino nagsabi sa'yo? Other people are dictating that this is how you should look, this is what you should do. Guess who you're fooling? Other losers, man.
Yeah.
So just walk your truth. If you're not comfortable with basketball sneakers, why would you mess with basketball sneakers?
Yeah, and they're so uncomfortable for lifestyle. Basketball shoes. Ayun ko, that's me.
Actually, yes. Alam mo, in the recent years, and LeBron James is heavy on this. I'm a LeBron nut.
Oh, I love the 16 low. Yun yung para sa akin like the best lifestyle basketball shoe.
Oh yeah, man.
16 lows.
The mindset behind the recent LeBrons, starting with the 15, was that they were gonna make a high performance basketball shoe that you could also wear off court. Kaya may mga LeBron watch.
Okay.
Yung mga LeBron watch. Ay, 16. The 16 is a very versatile shoe kung ano-ano ng design sa mga ginawa.
Tsaka yung low, I love the 16 low.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
My favorite shoe.
It's a lighter, flimsier version of the high performance regular numbered 16. Pero ganda. I saw your Atmos.
It's somewhere here.
Man, that was awesome.
Somewhere here.
Sige na, titingnan ko na lang mamaya. So guys, this tutorial, if you will, tutorial of sorts, is getting longer than expected. So we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up. But I think this is the most important part of this tutorial. General tips. General tips, right? You're a sneaker YouTuber. What do you tell an up-and-coming sneaker YouTuber? What just general advice?
Well, siguro three things. First is that you need to learn the fundamentals of the platform. When I say that, you have to be an expert at YouTube. Because it's different to be an expert in creating videos versus being an expert on YouTube. Those are two different things.
Right.
Being an expert on videography, cinematography does not make you the best YouTuber. Knowing how YouTube works, knowing how to game the platform, how to properly name your tags, properly put in what to put on the description tags, how to do the right titles, how to do the thumbnails, how to obsess over the analytics that you get with the dashboard that comes with YouTube. That is what makes you a good YouTuber. It's not the cinematography per se. Kasi video skills makes you a good videographer. Having YouTube skills makes you a good YouTuber. So yun yung first most important thing, knowing the fundamentals of how YouTube works. And on that point, for example, I get a lot of criticism and a lot of hate from people who say that I keep speaking in English. And even though now I can speak good Tagalog. And the reason why I speak good English and why I continue to just speak English in my vlogs is because the CPM, that's the money, how much you make, eventually, once you guys, like a lot of you monetize your channels, it's like 7 times more if your views are coming from outside the Philippines.
Yes.
So, for example, if my video gets like 10,000 views and all of them are from the Philippines, are from the US, and then I have a video that's purely Tagalog, for me to make the same money as the 10,000 views in the US, I have to make a Filipino video that's like 70,000 views.
Yes.
So, it doesn't make sense in my head. So that's the reason why I keep speaking English, because I'm guided by the analytics and the data that I see. So anyway, that's number one. Number two, you have to make it a point for them to fall in love with you, not with the shoe. So it's really about how you deliver your content, how you build your persona, how do you build your story as a content creator and as a person. So you have to go beyond YouTube. You can be on IG, you can be on Twitter. How can you let them see yourself, who you are, your life, so that they fall in love with you, not with the shoe that you review. Kasi you have to be bigger than the shoes Kasi that's what will keep them coming back. Diba? And lastly, siguro the third most important tip for me is you need to have you need to decide if you want to make it a business or not. Because if it is a business, then you really need to strategically think about how you can sustain it and how you can make money.
Right.
Kasi some people just do it for the heck of it Pero it's not sustainable, sayang. Pero if you have like a good strategy on how to monetize, for example, magtatabi ka muna ng, I don't know, you can sell shirts, you can sell merchandise, you can do events, you can do brand deals, you can do like influencer stuff, you can rely on the YouTube money that you get. There are a lot of ways to be able to monetize YouTube. So, siguro yun yung number 4. Siguro, I have number 3. Tapos number 4, siguro last, para sa akin, it's always, the fastest way to grow your audience sometimes is to just keep on collaborating with others. Kasi you get to leverage their audiences. So, kung maliit pa, kaya you're just starting out, maganda, you band with a lot of other people who are starting out and you'll feed off one another.
Yep.
Your growth will be so much faster. Yun yung ginawa ko when I was starting. I was doing a lot of collab videos with sila Paulo Tomenes, another guy who does like ukay-ukay YouTube videos. I did videos with DJ Big Boy Cheng when we were both starting out. Every time there's an international YouTuber here, talagang hanapin ko siya, atakin ko siya, gawa tayo ng video. So, collaborations really work. So, yeah, those are the things that I think, general tips.
Good stuff, good stuff. We have a lot of parallels dun sa tips namin. Ibang scale lang yung kay Carlo, of course, because he's more experienced and he has a bigger base. By the way, there are no small YouTubers. Don't call yourself a small YouTuber. No such thing as a small creator. So it's a mindset. And if I would give you a piece of advice, don't think small. And it's always consistency over quality. Okay? Quality, don't get me wrong, you have to be at least at a level na palatable at maganda. Don't go under that. If it's a choice between uploading today or getting 10% better than yesterday, upload today and get to that minimum quality level, because consistency is the lifeblood of YouTube. It will get your viewers to come
Kasi
back.
it's a search engine dun eh, di ba?
Search
The more
engine.
videos you make, the better.
You please the algorithm, ganyan. And consistency, you get better and better. And don't hope for a viral video. The only formula is to create consistent content daily if you can. Okay?
Yeah, and it'll just happen.
It will just happen. You get a viral video, good. If you don't get a viral video, guess what? You have 100 good quality videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Nike, just do it. You know, if we may steal the line.
Yeah.
Okay, you may or may not be a sneaker YouTuber after this, but the hope was we helped you. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. It was great to be here, Carlo.
Salamat. Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for doing this with me.
Oo naman.
I love the place. I'm gonna live here, by the way. Hindi pwede. Okay. Anyway, if you have questions, suggestions, or requests, hit us up in the comments. Let's have a conversation. And as usual, we'll see you next time.
Peace.